that at home. But it doesn't have to be exact, but it could be somewhere near it. You know, just make it big and ballsy.
I got to be honest. I didn't vote for Which Way to Heaven. But in democracy, sometimes not everyone wins. And I'm okay with that.
I think in democracy, everybody loses a little bit.
A little bit. And that's why America is great. And that's why I'm here.
4 o'clock. Ooh, yeah. Get me let him drink her down in the bed she got him. Burn so hot, set the room on fire. Getting drunk on her and she's getting him high. Turn a sinner to a saint in a list of 7. Yeah, she's gonna show you which way to heaven. She can reel him in or she can cut the line. Make him lose his job working overtime. Make him say his prayers in a church motel. Make him climb them stairs, make him raise him hell. Gonna light him up like a Georgia pine. Make him head south on 65. Turn a sinner to a saint in a list of 7. Yeah, she's gonna show you which way to heaven.
I mean, that's the thing is like, for me, my favorite part of the day is sitting down, and I have where I sit in my couch. Like, I feel like I have this very old man spot of my couch where it's like where the indent is, where my ass just sits normally. And right behind there on the wall, I have this gut string guitar that's on a hook. And it's close enough that I could reach behind me and just grab the guitar. So I'll sit with a glass of bourbon at the end of the night and just grab the guitar. I think for the most part, my spare time, I just play guitar. And I just really enjoy it. So it's like I never, like, playing live, it's work. Like, you feel like it's work, but it's not. It's like I just really love getting to play and sometimes just letting my hands move while I'm not thinking about anything. Over COVID, I've really gotten to cooking for myself. I like to cook, and I always did, but I was never super adventurous. It was always kind of a, like, yeah, I can make something and I can make it taste good, but I've never really tried to cook something. And then over COVID, I really just started to dig in. I got a smoker, so I started smoking meat, and I know there's like that one meme that says, like, when men, if you hit the age of 35, you either get into smoking meat or World War II history, and I think I chose smoking meat.
I don't know, man. Cigars were a thing I got into later. More of a social thing with some buddies, just guys who like bourbon. And I was never a big smoker. Just in general, I don't smoke cigarettes or anything like that, but there was something to a cigar and the flavor of it that tied in with coffee and bourbon and the flavor palette of those three things that I really love. So, you know, it's always fun, and this is actually one that they recommended me on, something lighter. But yeah, I don't know, it was just one of those things that, like, during the winter when I was doing a fire outside or something like that, that I would get one of these, sit, smoke, have a nice glass, and it was that perfect way to end my day. Or if I had a day off, you know, it was the one thing I kind of like looked forward to. You know, is it the healthiest thing in the world? Probably not. But, you know, do I like it? Oh, yeah.
We've just finished up some stuff from Which Way to Heaven from last night. We have my lovely friend, Zach Torres, pen to
play some piano for us for the next song, which should be called "Last of the Old Dogs," and it's about dogs. Simply put, wrote it with Andy Skibb and Steve Moakler, and it's probably gonna be one of my favorites that we do today. So, yeah. Well, we were sitting there talking about it, and Odemark at one point was like, "You know, we sound really good on this," and I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Zach Torres." And I went,
Dude, thanks for thinking of me.
Oh yeah, you got
Out of the blue.
yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Oh, it's like 11:30. I think we should start. This would be great.
So come on and sit with me a little while. I'll put another log on the fire. 'Cause one of these days, no, we won't get to. So how about tonight? It's just me and you. What am I gonna do when you're gone? You're the last of the old dogs. Look at us, still hanging on. We're the last of the old dogs.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I like that. I do.
Yeah, that seems
Fucking love it.
So it's funny. So Archie, the song was generated not so much from Archie, but he's a big part of it. But we had a dog named Gracie at my parents' house. And right around that time, they had to put her down because she got really, really sick. She was just there for forever. I mean, probably since I was early in high school. And she was the last of the old ones. So when she died, it was this huge hit for my family because they're family members. I had never had my own dog, so early COVID, before I even thought about getting back on the road or doing any of this, I'd gotten Archie. And as I've been touring, he's been at my parents' house, so I haven't had him here, which has sucked, which is the sore subject of it all, right? But, and he's a road dog. He enjoys traveling, but it's not like, if I can't just leave him in a hotel room while I'm playing a show, you know, he's not that kind of dog. And he's not going to come hang out with me. He just likes to move and likes to be there. But Last of the Old Dogs was really about Gracie because she was the last one to go. I knew she was sick. I knew she was getting old, and I knew that they were going to have to put her down at one point. And I sat with her for a bit, and then when I came back and I sat with Archie, I just thought of one of those things. It was like, man, he to my parents, my dad said something really sweet one day because he's been at my folks for so long. He was like, we love having him here because it's like having a part of you at the house because you've been gone for so long. Now Archie is like this miniature version of you that we get to hold on to. So when I talked about Last of the Old Dogs and we're the last of the old dogs, it was looking at Grace and going like, man, I have grown with this dog. I've grown with all of them. And Archie's gonna be the same. I'll grow with him. And eventually he's gonna follow me into his later years. And I'm gonna look at him and go, yeah, you're still there with me. So he was the one thing, not that gave me purpose, but like in that moment of having to sit home every day, he was the thing that reminded me of home. And oddly enough, he's now the thing that reminds my folks of me. So he's serving this dual purpose in our family, which is really cool.
I'm opening up a gift. The form of payment when I didn't have money to pay, or somebody to pay money for me, was bottles of bourbon. So I brought 2 bottles today as my offering to the cause, and I'm now opening up. This is what I would do though. Is I would bring one and I'd be like, here you go, gift time. And then in like 2 hours I'd be like, so do we want to open up that gift or what? So we
should open it, right?
Yeah, we should celebrate the gift by having the gift. So this is pretty normal. So with Matt, what I love about working with Matt is that because we've worked so much together over the years, it's not like working with family in the sense of you know, there's like the butting of the heads, but you just love them because you have to. It's like a true respect, and we kind of finish each other's sentences and finish each other's thoughts, and we're very open and honest about ideas, whether they're shitty or whether they're good. And like when we left last night, or when everybody left last night, we stayed and we talked, and we were talking about how we've been treating this week kind of like kids in a sandbox, because I felt like things were coming along pretty quickly and easily, but we've also been really digging in on songs, which is fun, because usually we've just kind of like gotten in, done the stuff, and got creative later. And this is the first time in a while where we've been able to sit and kind of really dig into like rhythm parts, drums and bass, think about sections, think about chords. And my favorite part about working with Matt is the ego is gone, because we know each other. I mean, I've spent Christmas at his house. I've had Thanksgiving with him and his family. I know he knows my family well, and it's just been one of those things that when you walk into a creative space and there's zero ego involved, it just gives you all this space to, like, I can tell him if I don't think anything, if something I don't like shows up, or he'll tell me like, yeah, that idea's kind of shit, let's not do it, and I won't take offense to it. I'll be like, oh, he's probably right, and then we'll both have an idea, and then it'll strike a lightning, we'll go for it. And that's kind of always been the pleasure. And it's just, you know, you're working with one of your, you know, your best friends, so it's like, it always makes things easy. And so the creative process is kind of just play the songs, feel them out, you know, and especially playing with a band like this where it's a bunch of people just laughing, having fun, not really like, not feeling like they're here for work. That's what makes it a hell of a lot easier.